Lita, everyone always says that holidays are the most wonderful, happy time of the entire year. But I honestly think holidays are just an extremely stressful excuse to spend all your hard-earned money, clean your messy apartment, and completely destroy your own kitchen.
Oh, wow, destroy your own kitchen? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another incredibly festive, completely stressful episode of the English Unscripted podcast. I am Lita.
And I am Sam. And today, guys, we are talking about the beautiful chaos of holidays, the terrible pressure of family parties, and why cooking a massive holiday dinner makes us want to cry quietly in the corner.
Exactly, the crazy holiday pressure. We are dividing this festive journey into 3 exciting chapters today. First, we will talk about the absolute nightmare of hosting a big holiday party. Then, in Chapter 2, we dive into the terrible, awkward gifts we always receive. And finally, Chapter 3 is all about funny holiday traditions that make absolutely no logical sense.
3 chapters of pure holiday therapy. But wait, Lita, before I tell you how I completely ruined the big corporate holiday dinner, we have a very important, delicious mission for our amazing listeners today.
Oh yes, it is challenge time, guys. What is the big cooking strategy for our language learners today, Sam?
Listeners, if you truly want to bake a perfect, delicious English vocabulary, you absolutely cannot just listen to this conversation one single time. You have to treat this podcast exactly like cooking a brand new complicated holiday recipe.
A complicated recipe? I love baking sweet chocolate cakes, Sam. How does the cooking method actually work for learning new words?
Well, the very first time you listen to the episode, you're just tasting the fun ingredients. You enjoy my terrible holiday mistakes, and you just relax. But the second time, you become a strict master chef. You pause the video, you write down the heavy vocabulary words like a secret recipe, and you repeat them out loud until your spoken English sounds completely delicious.
Yes, cook your vocabulary recipe, guys. Make your brains completely full. So, Sam, tell me about your ruined holiday dinner. Did you actually try to invite real people to your messy, cluttered apartment?
I absolutely did, Lita. I wanted to be a very warm, generous host for this special holiday. I even put beautiful, shiny red lights directly around my green potato alien painting. And then I officially invited the strict, bald manager and 3 other corporate bosses for a warm, special holiday dinner.
Oh no, you invited the strict, bald manager to a holiday party? Sam, that sounds exactly like a terrible corporate meeting, not a fun, relaxing celebration. What did you actually cook for these important bosses?
I wanted to make them feel completely relaxed, Lita, so I wore my bright yellow banana jacket to look incredibly festive, and I cooked a massive, heavy pot of my famous sweet garlic mushroom soup with lots of rock-hard black brick bread on the side. It was the perfect, cheap meal for a warm, happy gathering.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your terrible, smelly garlic dinner right there. I think that is a wonderfully social, highly friendly vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Gathering.
Yes, gathering. It's an excellent B1 noun that means a friendly party or a meeting where a group of people come together to celebrate a holiday, eat heavy food, or just talk. Like a terrible holiday gathering with your angry bald manager.
Listeners, please practice this completely social, festive word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Invite your close friends. Gathering.
Gathering.
It was supposed to be a beautiful, happy gathering, Lita, but the hot garlic smell completely filled the small apartment. And that actually makes me very curious about our festive listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our first very honest holiday question for you right now. What is the absolute most stressful, terrible part of preparing for a holiday gathering? Is it cooking the heavy food, cleaning your messy house, or buying expensive gifts?
Tell us your absolute worst holiday stress secrets in the comments down below. We desperately need to know that Sam is not the only terrible holiday host.
Oh, I absolutely want to know what happened next, Sam. Please tell me the bald manager did not completely pass out from the heavy garlic smell before he even sat down at the wooden table.
I absolutely have to tell you, Lita, he did not pass out from the smell, but he sat down carefully at my broken wooden table and tried to cut the rock-hard black brick bread with a silver knife. The heavy bread completely bounced off the table, flew through the air, and hit the green potato alien painting directly in the eye.
The flying black holiday bread. Oh my goodness, Sam, that is absolutely a dangerous, heavy weapon. You attacked the corporate boss with your baking. What did the strict bald manager do?
He stood up immediately, Lita. His face was completely pale. He looked at the hot, bubbling garlic soup. He looked at the angry green alien with the red lights. And then he looked at my yellow banana jacket. And then he pointed his finger at the door and said, "Sam, I've got to go home right now."
Wait a minute, guys. Listeners, I have a fantastic native secret for you right here. Did you hear how Sam just pronounced the words got to? He sounded incredibly serious and slow, like an angry king commanding his army to run away.
Oh no, did I sound completely heavy and dramatic, Lita? I thought "got to" was a very strong, professional way to explain how fast the bald manager actually wanted to escape my festive apartment.
It's absolutely perfect if you are writing a very strict, formal letter, Sam. But when native speakers are talking very fast, or when we are casually trying to run away from flying black bread, we almost never say got to. We smash the two words completely together and just say gotta. Gotta.
Oh yes, gotta. I gotta go home. I gotta escape the garlic soup. That sounds so much faster and wonderfully natural, Lita. It completely shows how panicked the bald manager actually was in that crazy moment.
Exactly. Try using gotta when you're talking quickly about something you absolutely must do right now, guys. It's a brilliant secret trick to make your casual spoken English sound perfectly fluent and relaxed. So, Sam, he just ran out the door and left you completely alone with the heavy soup?
He absolutely did, Lita. I had to eat the entire hot pot of soup all by myself, sitting in the dark next to the shiny red lights. I'm officially the absolute worst holiday host in the entire world.
Oh, don't be so incredibly sad, Sam. Serving terrible food is only one half of the crazy holiday experience. The absolute worst, most awkward part is sitting around a brightly lit room, opening a beautifully wrapped box, and pretending you absolutely love a terrible, ugly present, which brings us perfectly to Chapter 2 of our festive journey today. Listeners, put down your flying black bread and practice your fake happy smiles, because we're going to dive into the absolute nightmare of ugly holiday sweaters, receiving cheap socks from your relatives, and why buying the perfect gift is completely impossible.
Lita, ruining a warm dinner with flying black bread is completely terrible, yes. But opening a beautifully wrapped holiday box, looking inside and pretending you absolutely love a pair of cheap gray socks is an absolute psychological nightmare.
Oh, wow. The fake holiday smile. Sam, that is the most difficult acting job in the entire world. You have to show your big white teeth, force a happy voice, and say, "Oh, wow, I really needed these boring gray socks for my cold feet."
Exactly. You feel completely guilty for not liking it. But honestly, the gray socks are much better than the terrible gift I received from the strict bald manager. He actually felt completely terrible about running away from my garlic soup gathering, so the next morning at the corporate office, he handed me a massive, heavy green box.
Oh no, the bald manager gave you a corporate holiday gift? Sam, I am incredibly nervous for you. Did you actually open the heavy green box in front of him?
I completely had to, Lita. He was staring directly at me with his shiny bald head. I was so completely excited and nervous, I ripped the shiny paper off very fastly. I really wanted to see the expensive corporate gift.
Wait, Sam. You ripped the shiny paper very fastly? The strict English grammar police are taking away your holiday presents right now. Fast is a completely irregular special adverb, my excited friend. We absolutely never add ly to the end of it. You can run fast or open a box fast, but never fastly. Fast.
Oh, right. Thank you, Officer Lita. I opened the heavy green box very fast. My nervous brain completely forgot the adverbs from the extreme pressure. And inside the green box, Lita, was the absolute ugliest, most terrible winter sweater I have ever seen. It was bright purple, and it had a giant smiling green potato alien painted on the front.
A bright purple potato sweater? Oh my goodness, Sam, it perfectly matches your terrible apartment painting. He completely bought that as a heavy corporate joke. Did you actually smile and say thank you?
I tried to smile, Lita, but I was already wearing my bright yellow banana jacket, so I looked like a crazy, confused fruit salad. I was standing there in the white office, completely silent, holding the ugly sweater. It was a highly uncomfortable, terrible moment.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your highly uncomfortable, silent moment right there. I think that is a wonderfully embarrassing, highly social vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Awkward.
Yes, awkward. It's an excellent B1 adjective that describes a social situation that makes you feel completely embarrassed, nervous, and very uncomfortable because you do not know what to say or do, like holding a giant purple potato sweater in front of your angry manager.
Listeners, please practice this completely uncomfortable, embarrassing word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Practice your fake holiday smiles.
Awkward.
Awkward. It was the absolute most awkward moment of my corporate life, Lita. I honestly just wanted to hide safely under my broken wooden table. And that actually makes me very curious about our polite listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our second very awkward, honest question for you right now. What is the absolute worst, most terrible, or completely confusing holiday gift that someone actually gave you and you had to pretend you absolutely loved it?
Tell us your absolute worst awkward gift secrets down in the comments below. We desperately need to know that we are not the only adults receiving purple potatoes. So, Lita, did I actually have to wear the ugly sweater at the office?
You absolutely had to put it on your physical body, Sam. When your strict corporate boss gives you a giant, ugly purple sweater with a potato alien, you can't just say no and throw it in the trash. You have to show him you absolutely love his terrible fashion choice.
I completely put it on, Lita. I wore the heavy purple sweater directly over my bright yellow banana jacket. I looked exactly like a crazy, confused fruit salad. I was sweating so incredibly much, but I had to walk around the entire white office with a giant fake smile on my face. I had to act like it was my absolute favorite piece of clothing in the whole world.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your highly fake holiday smile right there. I think that is a wonderfully acting, highly social vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Pretend.
Yes, pretend. It's an excellent B1 verb that means to act exactly like something is true when it is absolutely not true at all. Like smiling and acting very happy about an ugly purple sweater when you actually completely hate it.
Listeners, please practice this completely fake acting word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Hide your true holiday feelings.
Pretend.
Pretend. I had to completely pretend I loved the alien potato, Lita. My cheeks actually hurt from smiling so much at the bald manager. But honestly, surviving an ugly corporate gift is much easier than surviving my own crazy family.
Oh, that is absolutely true, Sam. Corporate bosses are difficult, yes, but your own loving family is a completely different kind of holiday nightmare. You can never run away from them, which brings us perfectly to the third and final chapter of our festive journey today. Listeners, put on your crazy purple sweaters and get ready to sing very loud songs because we're going to dive into the absolute madness of weird family traditions, forcing everyone to wake up at 5 in the cold morning, and why we secretly love doing these crazy things together every single year.
Lita, wearing a bright purple alien sweater for the strict bald manager is completely embarrassing, yes, but waking up at exactly 5 in the freezing morning because your mother says it is a magical family rule is absolute psychological torture. My family does completely crazy things every single year.
A magical family rule at 5 in the morning? Oh, wow, Sam. That is a very early, very cool holiday. What exactly does your crazy family do when it is still completely dark outside?
We have to do the heavy winter walk, Lita. Every single year, my parents force everyone to put on massive, heavy winter coats. I always wear my bright yellow banana jacket, of course, and then we all walk outside into the freezing cold street for a whole hour just to eat a cold piece of rock-hard black brick bread together under a tree. It makes absolutely zero logical sense.
Oh no, eating cold brick bread in the freezing snow? Sam, that sounds exactly like a terrible military punishment, not a warm, happy family holiday. Why do you actually do it?
Because my great-grandfather did it 50 years ago, Lita, and now it is an official, unbroken family rule. You absolutely cannot stay in your warm bed. It is a very strict, ancient custom that we have to repeat every single year, even if our physical noses are turning completely blue from the cold air.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your freezing blue nose right there. I think that is a wonderfully old, highly cultural vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Tradition.
Yes, tradition. It is a highly common B1 noun that means a special belief, a crazy custom, or a specific way of doing things that has existed for a very long time inside a family or a country, like a terrible winter tradition of eating cold, hard bread in the dark.
Listeners, please practice this completely historical, repeating word and say it with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Wake up your sleeping parents.
Tradition.
Tradition. It is the absolute worst family tradition in the world, Lita. My poor freezing legs hate it so much, and that actually makes me very curious about our festive listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Listeners, we have our third and final, very cold family question for you right now. What is the absolute weirdest, craziest holiday tradition that your own family does every single year and you just have to completely accept it? Do you sing loud songs in the kitchen or wear matching ugly sweaters?
Tell us your absolute worst family traditions in the comments down below. We desperately need to know that we are not the only freezing adults eating bread in the dark. So, Lita, what actually happens if I just refuse to do the crazy winter walk this year and stay in my soft bed?
You absolutely cannot stay in your warm bed, Sam. If you refuse to walk in the freezing dark, your mother will give you the terrible, silent family look. It is the absolute strongest emotional weapon in the world. You will feel like you completely ruined the holiday magic.
Oh, the silent family look is completely terrifying, Lita. It's honestly much worse than an angry, bald manager. I would just lay under my soft blanket thinking about my poor parents eating the heavy black bread all alone in the freezing snow. I would feel so incredibly bad.
Wait, Sam, let us pause your terrible, sad blanket right there. I think that is a wonderfully emotional, highly important vocabulary word for our listeners to deeply understand today. Guilty.
Yes, guilty. It is an excellent B1 adjective that describes feeling very ashamed, sad, or completely terrible inside your heart because you know you did something wrong or you failed to do a nice thing, like feeling incredibly guilty for staying in a warm bed during a cold family tradition.
Listeners, please practice this completely emotional, heavy word with us right now.
Say it loud and clear in your room, guys. Support your crazy families.
Guilty.
Guilty. I would feel way too completely guilty, Lita, so I just put on the bright yellow banana jacket, I walk into the dark street, and I absolutely freeze my human nose off for love.
You freeze your nose for family love, Sam. That is exactly what crazy holiday traditions are actually about. It's not about the terrible cold bread, it's about spending time together. And speaking of spending wonderful time together,
Oh, yes, listeners, it is officially time to make a beautiful, long-term commitment to your own adult brain.
exactly. If you want to completely stop feeling guilty about your English grammar and finally speak with perfect, beautiful confidence, you need to make a serious commitment with us right now.
Do not leave your language goals freezing in the dark street, guys. Make the ultimate commitment to your bright future by completely smashing that shiny subscribe button down below.
Your daily subscription is your official weekly promise to learn with us, guys. Thank you so much for celebrating your awkward holidays with us today. Please eat warm food inside your house, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. Enjoy your ugly purple sweaters.